Yeah.
Welcome to Gutter Stars, where we can predict that there'll be at least one execution by throwing someone off the star sail today. It is session 26, and last time I very rarely do this because I like make whatever bare notes plus the XP record, which I noticed because I don't think there was any technically XP earned last time, apart from any thief skills, which people need to remind me of because I realised I didn't make the record properly. But I did actually listen to the video, the last 20 minutes or something, so I know roughly what happened last time. Last time, most of the gang...
It went quite badly.
Well, it actually went well. Like, it should have gone a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
You were random encountering people who then didn't kill you, or you bribed, or managed to potentially get yourself into fatal debt with. We'll find out. Not necessarily. I doubt this session, but potentially in future sessions. But yeah, you decided. Most of the gang decided they were going to drug two people, the two families who run the anything shop, and then go and break into their store and steal some stuff. Hey, Kurt. In the comments. And yeah, for justice. Yeah, you decided to do that for justice. And but the one person who didn't, Simon, decided to stay behind perfectly sensibly because he thought, or at least some thought this was madness.
Yeah.
After dumping the 4 sleeping mages on the deck of the Star Sail, the rest of them then went to the anything shop and broke in and got through some stuff. Like partly you just had good encounter rolls. You generally were avoiding encounters. Then you did have an encounter with some show gentleman who I think did. What did you do? You gave the cash box to or something, I think was the final result of that. I think Jamie was trying to negotiate. Yeah. I think what was happening was Jamie was trying to negotiate with these people who could expose you by saying, we'll give you 1/10 of whatever we find after we've spent stuff on expenses. Okay, well, we'll give you 1/9 of whatever we find. But I think... Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah.
It totally worked, guys. I mean, like, they still helped us in the end. We didn't have to give away everything.
Yeah. Well, your main job was finding other stuff, wasn't it? So yeah. I think that was the vote was our actual task here is to rob the safe, which you got through an alarm and you got through a trap.
My family's got a bit silent since, but yeah.
Yeah. And then you got stuff, and then I have you. In terms of where you're living, it seems like you managed to start a brawl. I think it's that the show guys provided your distraction by starting a punch up in the market, didn't they? Possibly accusing someone of selling dodgy meat or something. And then you started heading back to the Star Sail. Meanwhile, though, there are watchmen searching the Star Sail, not, I think, finding any contraband or anything, but because of the fact that there's these 4 sleeping mages just sleeping quite peacefully on the deck. And Jackson, the Chatter, and Thumb are there.
Yep.
If that sounds about right. As I say,
sounds like the situation. Yep.
As I say, I was like, I normally don't need to listen back to it because I'm like, it's not normally that in depth. But given that we stopped it,
was quite high.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think you got away. You were lucky. Your encounters, you didn't roll as many encounters as possibly you should have, given the extra noise you're making and the amount of time you're spending. I think that was one thing. And 2, the fact that you dealt with the show like as it is, because the people, because of what the encounter was. It could have been the encounter could have been watchmen, because that's the thing. I think Simon did have to deal with watchmen. So that was automatic because of the fact that he had been seen carrying these sleeping people back to the ship. So yeah, we have Dr. Jones, played by Alex, who is a Xixchil barber surgeon.
No.
Sorry. No. And we have Vil, the half elf.
That's not my character.
Yeah, just Alex. Yeah, we've got Alex who jokes.
I'm playing Andrew.
That he might be in Lithuania.
I don't want to be Alex.
Yeah, I'm playing Andrew. Andrew's playing Wilsp. Wilsp was playing Jones, and Jones is an NPC.
Yep, that's right. Andrew's playing
Wait,
Gnome.
you're not playing my
Xixchil,
character, you're
Barber.
playing me.
Yeah, so you need to be asleep and confused about what time it is, which is very easy for you, Alex. It's very... you basically method act that with your life. Beej is playing Vil, the half-elf conjurer. Simon is playing Thumb, the elf fighter, Corsair. Tom is playing Sam Hambat, the human ranger. Alex is playing Wilsp, who is... I think you're still... Yeah, you didn't level last time, did you? Thumb did, though. Thumb is now second level.
I'm second level.
Wilsp is a illusionist.
I'm leveling, right? Like I'm in the middle of training, I think.
I didn't check that much. I should. It'll be as now. I only checked the end of it. I didn't check the bit where we're leveling. That'll be easy enough to find. I guess.
Yeah,
Let's go and have a look.
I'd have to check back because I can't remember.
Because you did have enough. The point was you had enough. You had enough. Oh dear, you had enough XP to become a thief, second level thief. So obviously you did then. In that case.
Oh yeah, I've updated my thief skills. I don't think I updated my hit point. Unless I did and just didn't put it on my sheet. Let me see what we have written last. It'll be on the roll 20.
Yeah, 1150 minus 1150 training for Wilsp and Tom Thumb. I make it.
Yeah.
That was the equivalent of you selling some stuff and spending some of your cash. Yeah. So yes, that is right. You're a second level thief. You're a gnome, a rock gnome. Are you rock gnome or tinker gnome?
Tinker gnome. I think we discussed if tinker gnomes actually do magic, but I think there's probably a few.
Yeah. I mean, I need to check through everything, but then Jamie has Xeethra, the elf fighter, and Morthilla, the human cleric of Freya. So just normal cleric, not a specialist priest. This is one where we looked at the specialist priesthood after the fact and realised that it was early enough in the design cycle to be awful, and actively negative to take. So yeah, there we go. We are, The map is of. I'm going to say what's our current music is Existential Dread. Yeah, I changed it to that, didn't I?
I didn't realise. All right.
I booted into the game and was like, "Oh, I wonder how last session went." And the music came on. I was like,
It went well.
Let's. I was going to say I did have like a preferred stealth piece. I don't remember what it's called anymore. Like, as in, I just had one. Like, oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look and decide something. Because most of it is just like ambience stuff. I have battle music, but I feel like obviously the battle music is for you killing people. Might happen soon.
I think you got to play the battle music before we realise that there's an enemy, so it feels a bit like a video game.
Well, like you can when enemies are nearby.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
No, why not? You don't know.
Yeah. There we go. We'll have a cut purse pursuit up. So, yes, I guess we'll just you'll arrive back at the Star Cell because I think I'd rolled an encounter, and that you'd encountered some thugs on their way to join the fight, and then you'd left them. So you're back at the Star Cell. Let us return you to the Star Cell. Up here, and you'll see. As you're coming, you'll see on deck that there are some other figures, as well as Thumb, who is probably loudly talking, seemingly drunk.
Thumb's not drunk.
He's pretending. I think he's pretending to be drunk. He's pretending.
Oh yeah, he was pretending to be drunk, wasn't he? Yeah.
I think it's that you'd had a couple of drinks and then,
He's exaggerating his edginess.
Yeah.
He's playing it.
Yes, to explain the fact that you're being rude to the cops.
Yeah. He's apologising profusely, like a drunk person sometimes does, where, rather than just apologising once, he apologises like 6 times in a row in various different ways. He's cycling through every language he knows, just like free on loop, apologising.
Yeah.
Assuming that
He's using that language from that Star Trek episode Darmok, where they only speak in allegory and metaphor.
Yeah.
Great episode.
Yeah, pretty good episode. Briefly offhand referenced in one episode of Picard, season 3, which is very fun. Yeah. So, what do you do? What are you doing? Sam, you can be either on the ship. Because you weren't here last time.
I was
Tom,
not here
were
last
you?
time. No, I was
You're here the time before.
we were debating how we were going to heist them. But yeah.
And you gathered the medicine that Jones turned into the bulrushes that Jones turned into a soporific.
And I told the snake to be chill, and remarkably, it was chill.
Yeah. Yeah, you improved its reaction level. Was the mechanic? You were like, I have this thing that lets me make friends with animals. Yeah. So yes, you can be either on the ship or you can be with the party. It doesn't really matter, your choice. Hasn't it? It wouldn't have affected anything before now. So.
I will probably be on the ship. I'm not very I guess I'm okay in terms of stealth, but yeah, I think I'll stay on the ship.
Yep, great. So yeah, you also wake up to find
sleepers.
some drunkenly trying to convince these cops that everything's fine. That these are the friends of the party, and they just happen to be here.
We're just sobering up in our ship with me.
Oh, I did. I now remember, by the way, that a bartendress did see Wilsp drugging the beers, but then charmed her.
I don't think he even did anything to charm. He just played along. Basically.
Well, no, I think I rolled like a natural 2 or something on the reaction check, didn't I? Or something like that. I think she was just like.
I don't think it was that good, but
yeah.
it was something quite good.
But yes, basically, so there is a witness to this happening.
So Wilsp has to go seduce her properly to silence the witness.
There's a witness.
Oh no! Oh no!
We need to silence a witness. Got it.
No. I've got a plan for that. Don't worry about that.
Dr. Jones just heard harvest a witness in his head.
Yeah. Why merely kill your witnesses when you can turn them into body parts as well?
You can turn your enemies into friends.
Yeah.
These simple necromantic tips.
And the fact that you're not a magic user is a blessing to the world.
Anyway, if we can see cops on deck, maybe we should just turn around and walk away.
So we do have the stuff we've nicked. We've got handfuls of these amulets.
If you've got a big loot bag swung over your back.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I mean,
It's gonna be like in Oblivion,
we
where
want-
if you get caught stealing, every single thing you've ever stolen gets taken.
Yeah.
Oh god. We can't take
we
that
want some
risk.
plausible deniability, right? So we should not go back to the ship tonight now that the cops know we're not there. But basically, we should either go pass out in a ditch or something so we wake up somewhere else, and can be, publicly seen somewhere else.
So Alex wants us to go camping in the woods so he can kill us all while we're asleep and take the loot for himself. Just to clarify.
No. I just think just a little bit of hypothermia.
You're
Or
right,
something,
yeah.
You go drinking, you pass out in it, you pass out next to the river.
Yeah.
It's like what happens in capital all the time.
Why don't we
Most
pretend that we went on like a camping trip or something like that?
People don't do that drunk. It needs to be believable.
Have you ever been to a festival?
People plan festivals. They don't just get drunk and then go out in a field.
Oh, well,
They go out in the field and then they get drunk.
I guess you can't relate to me then.
Jamie is
No,
repeatedly actively attended festivals.
I made special effort to be here. I had a not planned event of going out and getting drunk in the ditch. I didn't do that.
We appreciate you.
You mean you're missing your non-plan?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hadn't planned to do it, and I had to throw away my not plans to be here.
I don't see.
So, what are you doing?
Speaking riddles.
Um,
Yeah,
well,
we should just.
Wilsp has a pretty good alibi, and the rest of the party could just pass out by the river or something and be fine.
Are there any cozy ditches in this lovely little hamlet?
I mean, there's like a river. There's a tent city.
I'm gonna go do something crazy. I'm gonna go rent myself a room at the inn where we've been sleeping every other night we've been here. I know it's a crazy idea, but just gonna go sleep in the same place we've been sleeping.
It might just work.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't understand.
You know,
it's a tavern. That's a reasonable place to pass out drunk.
Yeah. Shall we rent the same amount of rooms we rented last time? And then do that.
As if we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah. And I'll get like a bucket and like, throw up in it or something just to look extra convincing.
Yeah. Okay, well, the grey cat is right behind you, so you can just go there, I guess. Like it's quite conveniently located.
We'll stagger in just like a tiny bit tipsy, like we've been pre-drinking, but not enough to get thrown out.
Yeah, well,
Before we do-
Bruno's on the door. I need to actually, Bruno, who has made a very tiny amount of money out of these expeditions so far, is like, hey guys, Bruno's the doorman here, remember? Yeah, so you go to the grey cat. They do not seem to notice you. Someone Tom, do you want to roll a d10 to see if you and Thumb notice them, or if you're surprised?
Is there?
What'd you get?
A 6.
6. You are not surprised. You see them. You then see them turn around, like look up at the boat, and then turn around and like, in a overdramatic Hamburglerish way, creep off.
I'm going to. Can I see them while they're doing this? Is they obvious?
Yeah.
I'm going to point at them in front of the guard and say, "Thieves!"
Why?
Because they'll leave me alone. I'll come get you. Look, guards! There's some people out there sneaking around.
The guards turn around, obviously, and see the other guys walking away, and are, I think, righteously confused. I think one of them will start heading towards the gangplank. The others will be like, "Well, what are they stolen from you?"
Why else would they be sneaking around in the dark?
This just sounds less convincing, not more convincing.
By the side of the Lord and pretend to vomit.
Yeah.
I pat Dr. Jones's back, empathetically.
Yeah.
Andrew, you seem to know these things. Can insects vomit?
I don't know. I've never seen a 6-foot-tall sentient
They
insect.
do,
man.
yeah. Insects do vomit. That's why flies.
Oh wait, yeah, flies throw up on things to
They throw up on things. That's what we do.
dissolve them
Yeah.
for like
So
free
insects
digestion.
definitely
So,
can
yeah.
vomit.
Yeah, it's what
mantises?
Simon does as well.
I'm not an expert.
Why
on
do you shoot my
I mean, insects, lizards, amphibians, they're all the same, right? They've got exoskeletons.
Sorry, lizards. They do not have exoskeletons.
I'm very glad that you're a roboticist. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want you to be a
Scales?
doctor.
Lizards and amphibians have exoskeletons. In Bucky O'Hare, like the toads have robot suits, I think.
There we go. See, I'm not an idiot.
Yeah. Alex based his scientific knowledge on what the animal people of Bucky O'Hare wear. He includes Star Fox in this canon as well, obviously.
I think, Andrew, I've just assumed you're an expert in all things kind of weird and creepy.
Murders.
That's definitely racist.
I mean, you're a chemist, right? Like, that's kind of weird and creepy.
Let's just move on before I become like rage.
Chemistry, very creepy.
Simon, just to check the demographics here, are you humanities or sciences?
I'm sciences.
Okay, so you've got me and Jamie for Philosopher Kings of this gang of programmers and roboticists and chemists and amphibian chemists. You can decide how that adjective works, how you please.
I'm happy with either.
Yeah.
The majority of useful people. So I think we can probably afford to support you two.
Yeah. we are the decoration on your society. Great. One of them is heading down, I guess. Yeah, with apparently Sam is heading down as well to look after the poor sickly Dr. Jones. I guess if Jones is stopping while everyone else heads towards the Grey Cat, the guard will stop by Jones and kind of look around and say, have you taken anything from that ship? Pointing at the Star Sail.
Which ship? Which of those 3 ships?
He's pointing at the Star Sail.
Wait, isn't that our ship?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is where you've just been accused of being thieves from. So that's why he's come down to. So he asked Jones.
Why would we be thieves from our own ship?
I mean, technically, I've taken stuff from there, but it's my stuff. I arrived on that ship. I have witnesses.
Yeah. I guess at this point, Wilsp has probably reached the Grey Cat. We are talking about a very small amount of space between the 2 locations. I think Wilsp has the loot, I guess, because Wilsp did the lockpick, did he? Or did Joe? Who opened the?
Yeah, Wilsp did because he set off the alarm, didn't he?
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure Jones tried to lockpick the chest and failed. And
I picked the front door, but I didn't pick the chest.
Yep. Great. So in that case, Bruno will let you in. I get probably Jones, the watchman, maybe joined by the other one at this point, will slightly awkwardly or uncomfortably asked to, just search you to see if there's anything unusual on you, given that you've just been accused of theft and you're vomiting in the street.
They're only treating him like this is an insect.
Yeah. They've racially profiled him.
Don't have all those amulets.
Yeah. Jones does have the amulets, doesn't he?
Oh dear.
That sounds right. Because someone said they wanted to pick up a handful of the amulets from one of the open boxes.
Dare you accuse me of stealing from my own vessel? I've never been treated in such a way in my life. And I'll just try and slide off.
I'd like to ask them if they've read the planetary constitution of this place that we're at. And I'm going to give them...
You're a free man on the land. You're a free man on the land, aren't you?
I'm going to tell them they need to read more Xeethra and can't.
Yeah.
Something like that. Wait, sorry, has Alex just accused Andrew's character of stealing?
No, Simon accused Andrew's character of stealing. Alex's character has just made Flint with the actually valuable goods into the Grey Cat.
Just walked away, not even running or anything, just walked off.
Yeah, and I guess Vil probably has as well, because Sam has come down to look after Vil, has come down to look after Jones.
Yeah.
Which direction are you heading, Andrew?
I guess I'll probably continue staggering towards the ship now that I've established that I came from that ship.
You turn around and start heading back towards the ship.
I momentarily forgot which direction it was.
Yeah. You. While your friends are going to the Grey Cat, you're now acting as a distraction. Thumb and Sam, you were with him, I guess. Thumb, you see that Jones is now straggling towards the ship with the guard trying to work out how to deal with this 6-foot-tall humanoid insect.
Okay.
You won't find anything in there, lads. He's got an exoskeleton.
I'm just going to sort of shut up, basically, and just see what happens.
Yep.
Now that you've caused all this problem.
Well, no, it's not my fault. The guard showed up. We've got to do something.
You're the one who called us thieves!
It depends. No, it depends what you think is most incriminating: having the detection amulet, or having the unconscious owners of the anything shop lying on your ship.
who are going to wake up and work out they've been robbed at some point. You know, there's going to be a
The
point
owners and some of our party. Like that's suspicious, but it's not proof of anything.
Why would
actual robbed
incriminating
goods?
our party help?
Yeah.
What?
The important thing is, it's me
that's the point.
who's going to get arrested, not you.
Yeah.
Police don't work like that. You can't like decoy the police by being like murdering someone and then like accusing your friend of kidnapping or something, as though that's going to... If anything, that's going to make it so they're more likely to find some reason to think you've done something bad too.
That's true, but the point is, if the police are off the boat, I can sail away.
Well, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, Owen. I'm pretty sure that I'm one of the ones who was drugged with the owners, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I didn't go that far. I didn't go that far back. I thought we just sacrificed one of Jamie's characters or Sam or something to it, to the drugs.
I can't remember. I think I made the point that like because I originally inquired about the amulet, I didn't. I wanted to make sure that like
that's correct. Yeah.
I was. It seemed as if I also overdrank and was, not.
So Phil is okay. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So I was going to say, I guess Jones, they will just follow you up onto deck. These two rather sheepish watchmen. Like obviously they're kind of occasionally looking south towards where the sound of a brawl is obviously continuing in the market. And
I'm going to apologise to them and say I took leave of my senses. I don't know what I was talking about.
You can't just keep saying that.
Yeah, I can. Why not? Buying time until they go off shift.
Yeah. Okay. So
have you ever heard of right brain silence?
Oh yeah. But
I would exercise it now if I were you. Okay. I think they'll invite some. They will invite you. They'll look between you and Jones. They'll invite you to come and give an account of things at the watch headquarters down here.
Okay.
Yeah. You suddenly become completely compliant as soon as.
Yeah. I'll comply.
Yeah. You hear Xeethra muttering something about Victor and Kant and punch him in the mouth. This is obviously what really went wrong with Spiral, wasn't it? Was the Scrow turned up and the elves were just having a philosophical discussion about whether any law really could bind man's conscience.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. That's how it all started.
Resist.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So at this point, I think we have Wilsp is at the Grey Cat, possibly, I guess, with Morthilla. Think about who might be around, and everyone else is back at the ship, but now Thumb is being taken southwest to the Nusha headquarters. Well, of course, if they search and stuff, they won't actually find any stolen goods. So, and you weren't seen at the restaurant. You've always been here. So, yeah, as we discussed last time, you kind of have a soft alibi, which Jackson can back up. Yeah, Jackson will certainly look at whoever has been on the expedition. So at this point, something like Morthilla and what's his face, Jones, with some displeasure as you come back on the ship, and he will just point at the people who are knocked out for whatever it is, 26 hours, and be like, "It's less than that now." But like, what's going to happen? What's going on?
You've never been young.
A lot to drink.
It'd be like 16 or something.
They engaged us in a drinking competition, and we won.
Yeah.
Better.
I guess he'll ask, "What are you going to do with them? Like, shouldn't they go home?"
Probably, but they're not safer here. I can keep an eye on them. I'm a real doctor.
We have a duty of care.
Exactly.
So, if you throw up, you might actually choke on it if you're not fully conscious. So, I'm sure Dr. Xchonez would be able to tell you that. So we've got to take care of them, guys.
Yeah.
My hypocritical oath demands that I look after this man.
You notice that Jones has begun to amputate each of their left big toes, with one each with one of his upper limbs. Yeah.
Do you think he'd look better with wings?
Why does this guy have chitin stitched onto his back now?
Everyone looks better with chitin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Wilsp, you're at the Grey Cat. Bruno having let you in.
Yeah. I guess I'll try and get a room, and then we'll.
So you and the priestess of the goddess of love go into a bar and you ask for a room. I see how it is.
I mean, Wilsp is like 80 or something, and also a gnome. So he probably doesn't see how it is.
Yeah.
That's the same. Who has daddy issues?
Yeah.
Sorry, demonetized. Sorry, Owen.
Yeah. Remember when we got banned from YouTube? The things you can get away with saying on YouTube. Just don't have a brief section of unmuted clip from a modern TV program, because even though that is fair comment, YouTube will definitely destroy your channel for that.
Yeah.
And if you have to sing something, you have to sing it really badly, because if you sing it well, it'll get copyright striked.
Well, as we found out on getting copyright struck for a section of a Spelljammer video that had no music in it.
All right.
Yeah.
Were we singing?
No, I think it's because they probably searched for Fred Boat activity back in the day, in like Adventure 1, Slavery in Place.
Oh yeah.
And picked up some signatures of like, there's sound being played, and we think this is copyrighted sound. And then they just got a false positive, like they decided something else where there was technically music being played, but it was at that point silent was copyrighted. I think that's what happens. Like, and of course, it's just, it's pretty irrelevant losing the 2 pence or something per stream.
Yeah.
So not really worth protesting that one time.
Really, you can say anything rude on YouTube as long as you just don't use like common swear words or anything. Like, as long as you're an eloquent person, you can say the worst stuff ever and it won't get flagged.
Yeah.
Not
Thou art a villain.
What's that, Alex? Sorry.
Thou art a villain.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I bite my thumb at these, sir.
Yes.
A bite-sized thumb.
I mean, even is it a dog at the house of Montague moves me? Like, that's vile.
Yeah. Generally, what we're saying is, mostly Tybalt. Mostly you can just quote Tybalt, and you've got a good set of slurs there, haven't you?
The fun is, you're a saucy boy.
Hark, you egg.
The father of the house Capulet's the best one, thinks.
What is that from? Hark, you egg.
Sorry.
What you egg from Macbeth?
Or Hallen Falstaff. Some very good exchanges there. When they're doing stuff like being on trial and describing Falstaff. Very good.
Wait, the Marlowe, Dr. Faustus, is it? Wait, not Marlowe, rather. What's his name?
Falstaff.
Oh,
1
right.
Henry, 2 Henry 4. Well, 1 Henry 4 in terms of the trial where Hal describes him. Yeah.
Newly, but a dream. Something like that.
Yeah.
Recently.
So, well, I find that just to get some extra good slurs. What are you doing next?
Don't need to look up more insults on me, Owen.
Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Thou art so fat-witted with drinking of old sack and unbuttoning the after supper and sleeping upon benches afternoon, thou hast forgotten to demand that truly which thou wouldst truly know. What a devil hast thou to do with the time of day, unless hours were cups of sack and minutes capons, and clocks the tongues of boards and dials the signs of leaping houses, and the blessed sun himself a fair hot wench in flame-coloured taffeta? I see no reason why thou shouldst be so superfluous to demand the time of the day.
If I could understand that, I would be so offended, Owen.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm going to put it in the YouTube comments for people to read in their own time, in YouTube live chat. Make sure to do your Shakespeare research. There we go. It's in the YouTube live chat. Yes. So yes, Will, Are you booking? Yeah, what room? What rooms are you booking? Are you booking a room for another week or something? Is that the idea?
Just for tonight. You know, it's quite possible we won't be here tomorrow.
We've been doing it on a short-term basis so far, haven't we?
I think you've booked several weeks here. You've been staying here like a month because you trained as well, didn't you?
Yeah, you mean that.
Yeah, that's true. But what Wilsp wants to do once he has a room is just see if there's like a floorboard or something that's a little bit loose. Somewhere he could hide the ring in case the guards turn up in the middle of the night and search him.
I mean, you can probably find somewhere to secrete it. I don't know if there's a loose floorboard, but just behind.
I am a thief and a tinker gnome. If there isn't a loose floorboard, I'm sure I can make one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The question is, how good a hiding spot can you make without someone asking why you banging a hammer at this time of night?
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, you'll be able to find some kind of little place to secrete the. Did you pick up anything else? You did, didn't you?
I think
I need to go back and check, but
I used an amulet briefly to see if there was like any illusions on the chest.
You probably,
so I
you have one. You have one amulet. I think you got other stuff from the safe from the lockbox.
Oh yes, because there were all the scrolls and stuff as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There's ring, the scrolls. I'm trying to think what else was in there. Was that it?
Did you not write them down?
I think I was in emotional pain at the end of last session, so no.
Right. Because I only wrote down the stuff that I picked up.
I can go back. I'll have a look through the end of last episode after.
Weren't there like a bunch of really tiny amulets or something?
That wasn't in the chest. Those are the illusion amulets.
They literally had like a big box, and it was albeit behind a locked door, but they had a big box of those. That they had said, I think it's that I forget exactly. It was that in the period of the last kind of pirate time, the pirates were active. People had there'd been a craze for getting stuff. I forget exactly the story it was, but they gave they had some reason why they had like some big stock of them and now obviously they're less in demand. So yeah. Great thumb. Yeah, you'll be taken to the militia headquarters, to the watch house, and after being searched, we'll probably just be dumped in a cell for the night, more or less on the principle of discouraging you from being a public nuisance again.
Yep.
Yeah, the one man who did not take part in the heist takes the hit. Yeah. And then everyone else on the ship. Jackson. I think Jackson does want to know what's going to happen to these people. Are you just going to keep them or something?
Oh, they'll wake up. It's fine. They'll probably wake up.
Yeah. Are you guys sleeping on the ship then, or are you going to go to the Grey Cat as well, or what?
I'll just find somewhere on the ship to just secrete my bag full of amulets, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just put it in the hold, I guess, yeah.
And then head to the Grey Cat to sleep it off.
Yeah, sure. I mean, at this point, I guess in the next morning when people wake up, you will obviously Vil and the 4 wizards will not wake up because they are still asleep.
Okay. Breathing?
They're breathing, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, are we... I mean, I guess that's a question for the rest of the party. Are we planning on sticking around on this? I mean, we should probably get the stuff back to... We should probably get the ring of free action back to the guy whose name I definitely remember.
Right.
Right, that was
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Probably get the ring.
We arrange a meeting with him.
Well, he's just like a wizard, We could just turn up.
Yeah.
You know, he understands a wizard is never, you know, you don't make appointments with a wizard because they're never late. Or they're always late, or something.
They're never
There's
late.
a better way of saying that joke. Yeah. Yes, I guess we should. I guess, well, Wilsp also has this bag of scrolls, which probably put on the ship before we, you know, walk through the streets.
Yeah.
Carrying this bag of stolen scrolls.
I
guess
put it next to the sleeping people. That's a really good idea.
I mean, there's more. I assume that they're on like the deck, and then we have the hold as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just stash it in the hold. You know, hide it in his toolbox or something.
There's a covered canopy end, which is where obviously people can sleep when you're sailing, but also that's Jackson and the Chatters sleep there typically. Because Jackson and the Chatters have stayed on board here on watch. Because you're lucky, Chatters. Great. Okay. Let's go and look. Alex, in that case, if you're leading the party to Gripes, roll a D10 in the streets.
D20 in the streets.
That means it's a lower probability of success.
They're not what it means. You know, you could say it's something like that, or you could say it's a bigger die.
Yeah.
It's more fun to roll D20s, isn't it?
Yeah. What about the famed D23?
I mean, yeah, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah. Where is
We
Gripes?
actually have D24.
Yeah, there will be a D24. I do not own one. Does DCC use it? Does DCC use it?
DCC does, I think. Yeah, I've got a D24 somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't believe in dice that aren't. Or what's the name?
Platonic solids.
Platonic solids. Yeah, that's why I don't like D10s.
Yeah.
I think the D5s and D7s are the really odd ones, to be honest. Like, even just looking at them, you struggle to think about how they
I think
work.
the D-Cthulhu's with their non-Euclidean geometry, that's the stuff that really troubles me.
Ah, yes, the DIs.
Yeah.
The D16 that is just a tesseract.
Yeah.
I like that dice which have rational numbers of sides.
You have to reach your hand in.
36? How many faces does it take? It's 36, isn't it? Because a cubed. A cube squared?
A cube square. Yeah, I was going to say cube squared, you mean?
Yeah, because each face is a cube.
And each face of that is a cube. I think wasn't this a Hellboy one shot, but like a really boring one? Hellboy had to fight people who made evil dice.
Years ago.
Yep. So you get to the anything shop, not to the anything shop. Sorry, to the Mage's Guild.
We return to the scene of a crime.
Yeah, we return. We urinate on the doorstep.
Someone else's crime.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, you will arrive at Gripes and you'll be let in. He knows you're with Vil. With Vil. Obviously, I think Vil originated this essentially by getting the information. Maybe Wilsp was there as well. But yeah, he knows you're with Vil. So yeah, you can go there. And I guess he will accept the ring of free action from you if that is what you want.
Yeah. I mean, Will's probably says like, "Oh, we recently came into this interesting magical item. We think you might be interested in blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
Wink, wink. This is not stolen goods.
Yeah.
He paid us to steal them. I think it's fine to just admit it.
I mean, he's not paid. He's not paid us yet, and walls have ears.
Yeah. Certainly. Gripe will say that as in terms of what he's said before to Vil, he'd be happy to give free identifies and to give a guild training rate to any magic users in the party for training. So yeah.
he also give us like some kind of letter of introduction with, more influential major skills?
Yeah, he'd give Wilsp. He would point out that Wilsp is a very minor mage, but he'd say he'll write a letter to say that Wilsp, and Wilsponville as apprentice scut boys are not of no value whatsoever, and maybe of use to the Bralian Mages Guild, which you could certainly take in. He says it won't get you like membership in the guild or anything, but it could get you some contact.
Yeah.
Wilsp was like, "This is the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me." on which note, indeed. Here's Prince Hal at the mock trial. There is a devil haunts thee in the likeness of an old fat man. A ton of man is thy companion. Why dost thou converse with that trunk of humours, that bolting hutch of beastliness, that swollen parcel of dropsies, that huge bombard of sack, that stuffed cloak bag of guts, that roasted manning tree ox with the pudding in his belly, that reverend vice, that grey iniquity, that father ruffian, that vanity in years? Wherein is he good but to take sack and drink it? Wherein neat and cleanly but to carve a capon and eat it? Wherein cunning but in craft? Wherein crafty but in villainy? Wherein villainous but in all things? Wherein worthy but in nothing? So there you go, Alex. There's some new stuff to describe you.
If Shakespeare were alive,
recently
That's savage.
I was saying earlier, Owen, I have recently seen Coming to Forth performed.
Have you? Good. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's very good. And there's a very good version. Yeah, go for it.
It's meant to be what's his name? No, I can't. Henry it's one of the actors was meant to be in it, but he fell ill, and it was a notable name. And now my brain knows who he is, but won't.
What is this from?
Yeah,
Alex was
one
at
Henry
the study.
What? Sorry.
Patrick Stewart, I think.
Patrick Stewart, yeah. Really?
One
Henry IV. First part Henry IV.
But he was ill or something, so
yeah. There's a very good version available via digitaltheatre.com with Anthony Sher as spell stuff, which is very good. And I think the Hollow Crown adaptations by the BBC had Simon Callow. It's very good as spell stuff. It is like basically if you're an older man. Beej, I'm just giving you some career tips. If the programming doesn't work out, if the game design doesn't work out, you could be Falstaff in the future. Great.
Muted.
Yeah, he's so furious.
He's just seething. He's seething so hard he muted his mic.
Yeah.
I think being accused of nothing crafty but villainy and nothing villainous but eating or whatever it was.
Wearing crafty but in villainy, wearing villainous but in all things.
Eating capons.
Oh, is it the other way around? Yeah.
Barrel of guns.
If we were around now, he would love your mama jokes.
Yeah. That stuffed cloak bag of guts, that roasted manning tree ox with the pudding in his belly.
My mother has revised for her blood test, forsooth.
We do have at least one magic item we might ask to be identified now. Because we definitely have this rod, whatever it is, that we found in the weird place. The blue metal rod. I don't know if anybody else has anything else they want to identify.
He said to Gripe, I have a rod I found in a weird place.
Yeah, blue. Yeah. Anyway,
he says you should get that checked out.
Reward for this, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure it's meant to be that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say he will train magic users at guild rates, and he'll provide identification and whatever repair services he can give. Obviously, he can't do loads of stuff in terms of that, but if there's minor malfunctions, he will repair them. Magic wise.
Can you repair a marriage?
Yeah. Is this Xeethra or Morthilla, and what tragic backstory is behind this? I became a princess of the goddess of love because it's the only thing I couldn't give my parents.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing two divorced partners, and the reason they're both played by me is because they refuse to meet with each other, so they're always in different places. Yeah,
you can play them in a stable situation because their life is so unstable. Bum bum.
Yeah.
It's sad but funny. So yeah, in terms of what are you giving him from the little bunker thing? Alex? What have
Say
you
again,
got?
what am I giving him?
Yeah, what do you want
just
to show him?
The blue rod. What I have written down as is unusual muscle blue rod detected magic, which earned us 3,500 experience, I think.
Ooh, nice tasting experience, was it?
I mean, I've written that down as a value for it because I saw that in the XP log.
Yes, yeah. It's not a value. The value will be like up to 5 times that. But I think you concluded you wanted to keep it because it seemed like it could be valuable.
It is a magic item.
It's a magic item. That was more or less your theory, yeah.
Yeah.
So should we get it identified then if it's that valuable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
if we don't get it identified, we won't know how to use it or what it can do. You know, it might be like a wand of hair cutting or something, and then we'll feel stupid.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a wand of hair cutting at 3,500 XP, that's a pretty good wand of hair cutting.
Yeah. If you hold it, there's like a horn sound, and then like a little flag pops out the end with the word "power" written on it.
The one that will not appear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just double check. Yeah, he will tell you it is a wand of paralyzation.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
He says it is magical.
I knew it. The shopkeepers always have wands of paralyzation.
Well, this was one you found in a kind of strange metal bunker.
Yeah, we didn't find that in the shop.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was in the shop. Well, you know, the strange metal bunker. The metal bunker might have been a shop. So
yeah, it's just an ancient shop, you know, for ancient people,
or a future shop. Museum than shop.
Yeah. Oh, it had that kind of it had that iron cobra in it, iron worm. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. It's like a little zoo. Yes. So yeah, he'll tell you it's that, basically.
How many charges?
Does he also tell us like the command word, how to activate it, or he's just point and click?
Yeah, he'll say that from what in terms of that. Let's double check. I mean, he's got enough levels to do a reasonable amount of identify functions, so it's not like he can't do stuff. But I will just check what he does do, what he can find out for you. Yeah, I was going to say he will. He can do 6. Let's see how many pieces of information he can get successfully. Yeah, he gets 4 things successfully. So he'll be able to say what it is, one function of it, and yeah, I think he'll be able to tell you that it responds to thought. He does say it's basically a very alien item, essentially, like it's something where it is magic, but he almost thinks it's been enchanted in a way that he's not familiar with. Like it functions in terms of trapping the weave, like he'll describe it in terms of like it orders the weave in a particular way, it creates the shape of the spell, but it's using different magitech to anything he's seen.
Like illicit or like arcane or
that's what concerns me.
Any idea?
No, well, he'll say he's seen the Illithids trade, like the Mind Flayers are perfectly trustworthy traders. Remember, as far as it goes, and the arcane. He says it could be to do with the arcane, but the arcane, as far as he knows, don't really make this kind of stuff. Maybe it's something secret from the arcane. They got these great big blue trader people who go around the crystal spheres. But yeah, he says you could take it to the Mage's Guild at Brawl.
Very weird folk found it, so it kind of makes sense. It's a weird kind of magic.
Yeah.
Still, that is a useful thing to have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Should we ask him if he'd like a room full of mages? Or should we just put those back where we found them?
No. Like I don't think he'd even. I think that would probably weird him out if we even offered.
But
if he does want to go, if he does want to get any further revenge, I hear that the shop will be empty for a little while.
He puts his hands out, palms up. He's like, I'm not a man for revenge. I just want to what was mine.
I mean, he's got what is his, and if we happen to pocket a few things along the way, that was our prerogative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He probably will say that he had heard that there'd been some incident at a bar, as in they'd fallen asleep, but had been seen sleeping. So he said he'd heard something about whatever had happened to the shop, and that in the riot last night that the shop had been broken into.
The riot was not our fault.
I mean, it was.
It was technically not our fault. We did not directly do the riot.
We didn't plan a riot.
I know it was our fault. I'm just saying it was not our fault.
Yeah.
It's called a lie.
Yeah.
No, you lie to your enemies and you hint at the truth to your friends.
Yep. Great. Okay.
I mean, we didn't start the riot, to be fair.
We didn't start the riot.
Okay, that wasn't meant.
We've been demonetized now.
Yeah, let's not get copyright strike, guys. Come on.
Yeah, that's too good, Alex. We're gonna get copyright struck now.
I'm a riot starter. Twisted riot starter.
So what next?
I don't know. I thought we'd all be arrested by now.
Yeah.
My plan.
I guess we need to.
We didn't really plan
to deserve to lose.
I guess we need to hang around town for at least another 20-something hours
until they wake up.
And then
we need to figure out an alibi.
We have an alibi. We were drunk
to help with the hangover, right?
What's that?
The alibi is that we all got very drunk. They passed out. We took them back to our ship. There was a riot, and their shop got robbed.
Very sadly.
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah. Those meeting those show was very fortuitous.
Yeah. Okay, so who wants to explain that to them when they wake up, though?
I mean, I guess I will, since I'm their friend.
Also, it could easily be like another day before they wake up. Do we want to do anything in the interim?
You've got like a day, yeah.
Could read the scrolls, I guess, because I should know read magic, right? I could prepare that as my spell for the day, and then read, I guess, like one of those scrolls.
Sure. Do we want to let them just like wake up normally, or do we want to like do some kind of like gaslighting operation where we like have them wake up in their homes and then like pretend that they caused some kind of mayhem?
You should definitely
no.
Take two husbands and have them wake up next to the long wives in their own beds.
Long.
Why don't you Jenga stack them? Jenga stack them so they all wake up on top of each other.
Surely we put one of them.
I thought you said gender stack them for a second now.
Dudes on dudes on dudes.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's what the Greeks were doing.
Or you could crocodile Dundee them. Crocodile Dundee them.
What does that mean?
That means you take the airship up, you tie a rope around each of their feet, you hang them over the edge, and when they wake up, they can see you there with a knife.
And why would we do this?
We could just let them wake up and tell them the truth that they passed out.
Then you rock them blind. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Why all the
obviously
trying to get information out of them or something? We're not trying to do that.
We're
Don't
not
kill
interrogating them.
Surely there's nothing more to gain from mistreating them. Like,
It's funny. Have you considered?
what's your alignment?
My character's alignment.
Yeah, or my personal.
Yes.
My personal alignment is different in the hypothetical to the real alignment.
I'm
I'm
Lord.
pretty sure
I'm
Wilsp
in-
Jones are meant to be the chaotic side of the party.
I was going to say, I assume that, Sam has an alignment requirement to oppose you torturing people, and I think Thumb would anyway, because that's been Thumb's behaviour. Yeah. Especially when your justification for torture is just because it's funny.
It's not the strongest moral ground, is it?
Sam's like, look,
Okay,
if this
it's
was my
not
raged
worse.
enemy... Yeah, Jamie was explaining what his ranger in our Open Table Realms game, what his racism was the other week. It's like, my racism is against orcs.
Yeah, I was like, I forgot the word. Might as well be straight to the point. And yeah,
I mean, it's not an incorrect assessment.
Yeah. Did you... It is... I haven't watched Rings of Power, and I'm sure it's very enjoyable for the 8 people still watching it.
Oh, zing!
Zing! I would say there's a thing like
Live tweeting about it.
I just I tag our friend Clarky in when I read or watch episode summaries. I'm like, what? And people are talking about it, and I'm just like, by the way, these things happened. And he would end up, he was like, I assume you're just lying to me. And then he was googling it, finding out what was happening. But yeah, the point here is that orcs now have wives and children and don't want to go to war.
it's like something on the Onion, isn't it?
Yeah. It is as if you got Onion writers to write parodies during Peter Jackson's first tenure of like what a bad adaptation would look like.
Yeah. It's like Eagles wouldn't take hobbits to Mordor because they said it would be funny to watch them die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's a lot of really good stuff. Like Galadriel's and Sauron are in love with each other. That's another thing.
Why else would he give her a ring, Owen?
Exactly. Yeah.
Lawbeard of Tolkien.
If you like it, put a ring on it. Yeah.
Accidentally
Yeah.
get for neighbours mixed up with it. That's what's happening.
Yeah. Are you telling me that Sauron didn't have 17 or 18 spouses, including himself?
Is the Mordorian polycule? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going to need to spoiler tag this episode?
Are these?
One
Is it
ring
spoiler
rule them
if
all,
you-
and in the Seraglio bind them.
Yeah, I mean that was. Which no, that does remind me of. There's a fantastic passage in Chesterton's Lepanto where he's just like, by the way, they're summoning genies to go and fight the Christian fleet. It's very, very good, fun poetry on the note of Ottoman seraglios. But yeah, great. So let's have Andrew. You can roll a d10 for getting back to the ship intact. To decide. Apparently, I think the vote is not to torture the people, but you still can. It's up to you.
Yeah, I wasn't generally suggesting it, just to clarify.
Says a man who's been told no. That was just a joke. Okay, it's just a bit of trolling. I wasn't really saying that we should torture them. Wink.
It would be funny to do it, but it would be funny to say that it would be funny to do it, but not to actually do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Xeethra is the ultimate Bants guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes.
It's long for a Gen Z humour. Gen Z.
Yeah. A little bit of Gen Z humour, just a bit of waterboarding.
Yeah, with a spell like ZE or XE.
Yeah. Yeah. So, are you doing anything in the day while people are sleeping? That was the other question. Because there was a discussion about, do we hang them over the side? Do we gaslight them? But assuming you're not doing that now, and you are just letting them wake up.
It would be funny, but no, we won't do that.
We shouldn't let them wake up on the ship, surely.
No.
Do you think that our Spelljammers, like, is there a space equivalent of barnacles? Like space barnacles?
There are, yeah.
Alright. Interesting.
Are they large and do they eat ships?
Do they have a really bad name, like Scro or Pish? Like Sparnacles?
Barnacles, obviously Sparnacles.
Yeah. So, I think why are they called barnacles? Because they're space barnacles. Yeah.
Did the people who made Spelljammer ever like read a book or something to get some inspiration other than calling things pish and scrow?
The guy who names his characters after Clark Ashton Smith characters because is currently complaining. It's like, just people read a book, then you can steal names from something different.
Yeah, honestly, guys, come on.
I actually love
Be a little
pish.
bit
I
more
think it's
serious.
great.
Yeah, that's why my other character in my other game was called Aragorn, son of Arathorn, chieftain of the Dunedain in the north, leader of the Grey Company.
Yeah, it's just a different
Shows you've
Grey
at least read
Company,
one
and a
book,
different
yeah.
Dunedain, and a different
Yeah.
North.
Yeah. We're actually it's a game of chess. I just call my characters after Lord of the Rings characters.
Yeah.
All my pieces. Yeah, great. So, yeah, I assume you're not doing anything in that day then, and they're going to wake up like around midnight the next night or something, I think.
We'll still use a read magic to read one of the scrolls.
Yeah, great. Well, I was going to say, I will check what scrolls you take.
Breakfast, like the morning after, during their hangover, and, like feed them some water and stuff.
Yeah.
Try to make
We
them
could
feel good about it.
Yeah, we could just like fly up some bacon and just act like they haven't lost an entire day. This is just the next morning.
No, because they'll work it out, and then they'll start getting suspicious.
I mean, they might work it out, but it doesn't. Like, I don't think it'll matter at that point because we'll be off fighting goblins or something. I'll just come back as heroes.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Then, if we were like gonna have that kind of attitude, but we gotta commit to the bit now, you know.
But no, because they could be suspicious, but we'll just not be in town for them to confirm their suspicions. And you know, it'll be a bit weird. But you know, one of our party was out as well, and you know, maybe they'll put 2 and 2 together and maybe get something near 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's true.
we'll just have to kill the goblins and be heroes of the town so that they won't.
Yeah, let's just hope they're idiots. I think we should just
feel like
gamble
we'll
on the
have
fact
to-
that they're idiots.
Like, what gives you more leverage than like cooking a lovely cooked breakfast for someone who's got a hangover? They're gonna do anything. For you.
Yeah. Do they have
great.
space copy here, Owen?
Yeah, I was going to say, if someone wants to like scratch a ration, they can cook up. That can count as cooking up some.
I haven't
Nice.
enough +2 reaction rolls.
Yeah,
We will have +2 to reaction rolls.
Bonus
I
only
don't
valid
have
until 12 noon.
yeah. They have a little kind of competition where you can open stuff, and it's part. You know, you get little Monopoly streets from the Rock of Brawl edition.
Yeah.
So yes, there we go. They will wake up. I think they're going to wake up around midnight or something. So it'll be the middle of the night. At which point, yeah, and you're cooking them food as they wake up,
Yeah.
and Vil wakes up as well, I guess. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Oh yeah.
they will be hungry, so they'll probably be happy for it. I think they'll probably try to ask what's happened. They'll be like, oh, you know, remember the last thing they'll be like, I've been asleep. They will literally, the last thing they'll remember is being at the pub. So they'll probably think, do you think it's the same night?
Yeah. They'll ask all these questions. I'll be like, don't talk. You'll get indigestion.
you've had a bit of a mild case of necrotizing fasciitis, but you've got over it now. I think there was just something wrong with that beer, to be honest. I mean, Wilsp had it. I forgot the names of the other people on this boat, but they had it too. We've all been
my
throwing up
friends.
all over the place.
Could someone else stock a ration? I'm actually at 0.
I'll drop the ration.
Thank you.
Xeethra's like, guys, I can't actually cook some food. Sorry, I don't have
I
any.
cook them
Can you just
food.
give
I just
them
can't provide
comforting
the
words?
ingredients. You know?
Yeah, the last of the romantics. He's the guy who goes and asks his dad to it's like buy flowers for his girlfriend.
Hey guys, you know I got some hemp rope. I can give them that, and that'll sort them out. Trust me, they'll be chill.
Yeah. Call it their last breakfast.
Yeah, you thought this didn't have dragons, but this adventure does have dragons, magic ones.
Yeah. I think they'll probably be pretty confused by this account of things. But I mean, they don't have probably any immediate reason to distrust you, as in you're on their boat, you're looking after them.
Yeah.
So,
Tell them about, you know, the riot. Say we, you know,
I also
Looking
have
out
that gas
for the fact that, you know, we've been ill. There's a riot or something. We've just kind of hunkered down on the boat.
Could I use my glass canister of smoke to smoke some bacon?
Like the swirling rainbow smoke.
That we found
Yeah,
on
I
the
found on the
Cleric.
elliptic ship.
Yeah,
But
can
you
we
want-
find
you
the
want
weird, the weird stuff from the elephant ship? Yeah.
Yeah,
You want,
Yeah.
you want to use that to smoke some bacon.
I think it would increase your IQ.
And or open portals into realms yet unknown by man.
Exactly. Yeah.
One or the other, maybe both. Yeah. So I mean, they will. I think they will immediately start to think about this, and they'll be like, I think they will fairly quickly come to the. They'll be like, they think Gripe has something to do with it. They don't think it's coincidental. They've been drugged. You've been drugged. There's been a riot caused that has caused theft from their shop. You know, I think they'll be.
You think someone's
You
after
just
us
said
all?
riot.
Well, yeah, I think there's something about why would you say about the riot? Unless I think the point there was you were saying there's a riot and there's something that happened to your shop. So they'll be like, look, something's happened to
No,
our
no,
shop.
just say that there's been a riot, and then we've been staying on the ship, and then when they go back to their shop and find out what's happened, they can think it was a riot, or come to whatever conclusion.
But like when they do get suspicious, we'll pretend to get suspicious with them. We'll be like, oh yeah, something's weird about that, isn't there? Yeah.
Weird
Someone-
coincidence.
drugged us.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah, yes. Alex opens up his, Wilsp opens up his complete Shakespeare to find as many slurs as possible. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Vil thinks it was the rat folk. You have heard about rat folk. There are no rat folk under the Empire.
Where else do they stay then, if not below?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Really an
staying yeah. Do you think that's going to be like the Warhammer Fantasy adaptation? They'll be like, look, Skaven now have wives and children and don't want to go to war.
That won't save them, though, will it?
They all
No.
unionise and they refuse to work with Warpstone anymore because of the dangerous health and safety.
You're joking about this. There's a whole thread, I think, in like r/Warhammer Fantasy or something, or r/Old World, where people are like, oh, actually, Chaos Dwarves are a lot less problematic now because they got rid of the slavery. They're getting rid of slavery angle probably for the Hobgoblins and Black Orcs. And I was like, did they unionize or something? How's this making this evil empire who's going to take over the world better? I'm so glad that the Black Orcs are voluntarily raping and pillaging civilized land.
The industrialized destruction of the entire world. It's fine.
One of the famous vampire characters in Warhammer Fantasy, he literally had his mother executed for giving birth to him without permission.
That's good.
Had he recently read Blood Meridian?
I'm actually rereading it at the moment, and it's one of my favorite books, but also like deeply horrible.
I think the title will be enough to entice him. I read the beginning, but I haven't got further in yet because I got distracted with something
Okay,
else.
spoilers. There are rat folk underneath the Old West.
Oh,
okay.
It's very very good. Finished it recently. Highly recommend it. Well, not perfect. I think there's a degree to which there is a lot of human evil in this, and I believe in human evil. So, but yes, it has some other stuff. It's a bit more nuanced than that.
Cormac McCarthy loves human evil. It's his favorite thing.
I think he hates it, but he's like, it's really real, and people need to believe it's real. I think that's
evil.
Yeah. It's kind of meant to be intense, and sort of scary, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like a beautiful painting painted in blood and shit.
It goes on for ages.
The other book I've read by him is The Road, which is a book about human redemption in the midst of human horror.
I've read The Road, yeah.
I haven't read The Road, but All the Pretty Horses trilogy is good. I think that's
I think we
a
can
bit
read
more
that.
meandering and like a bit. It's still pretty intense, but it's not as like blood-streaked and bleak
Definitely
as.
read The Road if you like anything by him.
Yeah, it's meant to be his best one, I think. The Road.
Yeah.
Well, that's what people say.
Yeah, whether or not it is, I'm sure you enjoy it.
Anyway, what I'm saying is that whoever it was, I don't know if that was Manfred von Karnstein, whoever it was.
It was like the younger
like,
one. Or might have been
that does not. Yeah.
This is like over a decade ago. I was reading this.
It does not have my permission to exist. Yeah. So what is it? Things that exist without my knowledge do not have my permission to exist.
Yeah. So clearly he was a true free thinker, enlightened guy. Clearly so.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Man.
That is actually one of my favourite things in Blood Meridian, that you realise that at least part of what McCarthy is saying is like, look at these awful genocidal murderers who are genuinely evil. They're probably less evil than this guy who constantly speaks about how like conquering human limits and having perfect knowledge and stuff like that. That guy's probably literally the devil. Whereas the guys who are just doing evil stuff, you can kind of understand them.
The guy with dreadlocks is quite reasonable.
That's not how evil you are. That's just how over the top you are about it.
Yeah, I was going to say there's like a level where you transcend like normal evil into kind of just you're basically a guy who sits on Reddit all day. The judge is a relatively
The most evil of all. Reddit mods.
Yeah, he's a Reddit mod. That's what happens in the Jakes at the end, Simon. Simon, with the instant
He takes the kid into the other room and turns him into a Reddit mod.
Yeah.
There is a worse evil than Reddit mods. Discord mods.
Discord mod.
Yeah. I was
Sorry,
going to say,
I'm moderator of this server.
Yeah. I'm a moderator on a Discord server. I'm not a moderator on the Discord server we use because I'm the creator. I don't have any separate role.
I'm very egalitarian of you.
Unless you have
I'm firstest in Edwards of the streaming Discord. I'm not above any of you except in the sense that I can ban you, I can rename you, I can create roles for you. But in no other way am I different to you.
You can truly bend reality at will, can't you?
Yeah. So yes. They will eventually just want to go home, I think, given that you've said there was a riot near their house after they were drugged, which they are like, they just think is very suspicious.
I'll
you can agree.
Oil from Father's head on them. I'll be like, oh, you sure you want to stay for another cup of tea?
Yeah. Someone's like, have you considered looking in our hold? Maybe you'd find something you wanted in our hold. Okay, no, you don't want to. Okay, go home then. Bye.
So I misheard that as hold for a second. I was rather concerned.
Xeethra feels harassed by them.
Demonetized again.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. They will eventually want to just go home, basically.
You should give them our card and say that we can recover any lost items for them for a price.
Don't say that. Do not say that.
Do it.
Do not say that.
Of all the things.
Vil wakes up and says, I too have been drugged. That is accurate. You can check it with a zone of truth. We will retrieve any stolen goods to you if you'd like. That is also true.
Not that you have stolen it, but hypothetically speaking.
If someone had stolen anything.
With a Ben Shapiro voice, I say, what if, hypothetically speaking, you had, for the sake of the argument, goods stolen?
A ring of free action that someone
Surely
say, hypothetically, I had stolen. Yeah, great. So yeah, they will leave. So this is a day after you've stolen stuff. So yeah, I need to make sure the calendar's up to date. So yes, what next? I guess people who are sleeping at the Grey Cat can go to the Grey Cat now and go to sleep. But yeah, the next day.
Well, I guess we should go do an actual adventure now. We've leveled up. Done
What about those of us who are in prison?
You'll have been released that day. Oh, Simon, roll a d10 for walking home on your own.
Walking home from a drunk tank.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Get to see the rest of the party tries to assassinate you en route.
I was hoping to, yeah.
He knows too much.
A little bit of all versus all, yeah. Yeah. So yes, you're reunited. You're alive. You have stolen some stuff, and that's it. Are you doing more adventures on this planet? Are you going somewhere else? What's the plan next?
Have we sold our stuff to this wizard yet?
Yeah, we returned the ring.
We returned his.
I think we should go somewhere a bit more exotic.
What do you mean?
Somewhere with like fewer goblins and more like weird space, you know.
Oh! I hate Spelljammer's naming conventions and the monsters it comes up with. Can we please go and find more of them?
Look, okay, I just like it's not the things themselves, it's the bad names. Like Skro aren't weird monsters, they're just orcs, but you called them Skro.
What are our options in terms of travelling? Where can we realistically get to?
We could go anywhere within this crystal sphere.
Okay,
The question is, what would we do there? Because we have 2 quests on this planet.
Yeah.
I need a level 2.
Kill
Can we go somewhere where I can loot
We've
level
done
2?
so much work towards these goblins. We've got 2 sets of allies.
You can't, like, there are many hundreds of them, and
Yeah,
we're mostly a level 1 party. And none of you took, for leading fighters, you've all took loser characters.
What?
So someone's got to stand at the front, and I'm not going to do it.
Look,
So
my
I
character-
stand at the
Oh,
front.
I
I've got
vote-
AC2. I'll stand at the front, right? Like Wilsp, all 2.5 feet of him. Sorry, 3.5 feet of him will stand at the front.
We should
Right,
go to
so
God's
you want-
marbles.
It's not size enough.
I've got
You
9
just
hit
wait.
points and 2 AC,
Okay.
and I will happily stand at the front with my magic knife.
Hey, look, my
Wait till you
character
get to
is
level
I'll
five.
have stand at the front.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, when I come online at level 5, you'll take those words back.
I've got a character of AC 0, so you know.
Yeah, we
Alright.
have a front line.
Alright, now fine. Let's go and fight the goblins then. Let's just go and hack
We're
our
not
way
going
through.
to charge, right? We still need to wait for the
Squid people
the
to
wet
come help
people.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, the Tritons.
What?
The Tritons. They're looking for
The fish-loving people who live in the seas.
You can't call them the wet people. That's politically incorrect.
Didn't some call them
Wet
squid
people.
people?
Yeah. Well,
the.
I guess I could call them sea elves, couldn't I? Like they do in the Warrior Knight,
I think that
Is
the
that
Wizard
what
Knight, yeah.
Tritons are?
wasn't I? Yeah.
I think that's
Just
also.
because they're better looking than you, then doesn't mean they're elves.
Yeah,
Elf. It's not quite the same as elves.
they're sea
Well, that
elves.
just depends
Elves,
on, like,
yeah, it's quite
you,
an
you know, submit to J.R.R. Tolkien's bending of the English language.
The gnomes.
I mean, we can have an ask. I mean, we could have our rats. These rats underneath the sea. That seems like a nice level 1 friendly quest, right?
Rats and
Yeah, we could go that one day.
So, what are you suggesting then? We can either go into the forest and just go in the front door again. We can go back to these pointless kind of like, let's hope they come out and go all Vietnam on them in the forest. Or we can go see these sea elves people, or elves, and swim down if they cast spells of water breathing on us and go in the back door with them and hope all goes
Well,
well.
the Tritons haven't found the back door yet.
I thought they did, and we chickened out.
You were leaving them to find it. I think was so.
Yeah.
At this point,
they said it would take.
that is like 3 weeks ago or something now. You've also got your wood elf friends, Ab Bruno.
So I think when we attack, we'll coordinate with the Tritons. Then let the
You
Tritons
need-
cause havoc from
what's the
beneath
name
and
of
do it
this-
from the front with the elves.
What's the name of this operation? It's got to have an operational name.
Operation
Blue Sea.
Triad. No, not Triad. That's
Starfish.
It needs to be
Operation Wilsp
Operation
is a human shield.
Wilsp isn't a human, you bigot.
Big.
Operation Bated Breath.
Yep. I was going to say, so yeah, I was going to say, Wilsp
Blade.
also mentions you could investigate Ratmen under the city. That was the other thing.
Like you'll say, like most of the party is not far off level 2, right? Like I imagine our fighting types and our clerics won't be far.
I might be a bit further because
I'm
I'm a multi-class.
Hoping I'm a bit closer now after last week and all of the loot we
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, well, I was going to say, you comparatively didn't get loads and loads of gold loot, did you? Because you gave your gold away. Xchonez was on 572 and is plus at least like 400 or something, I think we said, didn't we?
Can we get any favours from that mage that we stole this ring for? Like, will he scry for us or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that he'll have necessarily the spells you want or anything. You can obviously go and check, but it depends what you've got to remember. You have like access to Triton and Wood Elf.
Magic
Bastards.
business.
I think I'd asked him the elf leader is a druid of at least some capability.
The elf,
The Tritons.
the elf leader. So to be fair, no. The elves, their druid is like 4th level. The Tritons do have. I don't know if it's a priest or a mage because one of them was one of the ones that was imprisoned in the with the goblins. Oh, it's the mage. So yeah, they've got a high level priest. So yeah.
What's your plan then, Alex? What's the plan?
Oh, okay, people keep complaining about being level 1, so we're gonna go fight these rats. We'll see if we can find these rats to fight these rats.
Okay, we're gonna go find rats.
I'm just gonna go kill some.
Are there
Yeah,
any
we're gonna go
rats
find
in
the
the
sewer. Right, let's just go find the first. What are they called? The things that lead to sewers. Manhole.
Manhole covers.
Yeah,
Do
we'll
we have
find
a
manhole.
manhole? Do we have a manhole cover key? That's what you need if you want to
Yeah,
get
do
to
you-
it.
Go to the nearest inn and ask to see a manhole.
Yeah.
Wilsp is a tinker gnome. If it's a tool, he owns one. I have a toolbox.
Nice.
I spent like gold at character creation on it.
On a
I don't know
toolbox.
what's actually in it, but I'm just gonna do.
I'll give him that.
I'm sure this party is going to be fools.
We should probably actually prepare slightly, because if we're going into a sewer, we'll probably want a light source that isn't a flame, or is like a covered lantern or something.
Yeah.
Use the methane.
We might
Yes.
also want to think about poison and how we're going to deal with that.
Yeah, considering the big weight here, there's probably a lot of methane gas in the sewers.
We'll see if we get some like dried lavender to, protect us from miasma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like this seems like Jones's area of expertise, but
Jones, do you believe in using lavender? I guess.
I mean, I can probably find lavender,
like
recognize lavender.
just like dried flowers and stuff, and like tie them up in a handkerchief and wrap it around your face to protect you from miasma.
I have a feeling that like Jones
yeah.
would ward off the miasma with a stronger, worse miasma.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, that's basically what you just described. Yeah.
I also do actually have
You
loads
just
of rose
bundle up
although
lavender and camphor and I don't know, benzene, whatever we can find, really.
yeah, just don't talk about your camphor if you're speaking German. But yeah.
Bum.
That took me a minute there because I'm.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Tom, 5 minutes later.
okay.
I understand your.
I mean,
joke now.
look, Sam Hambat's got a pretty low intelligence, right? Like, I've got 7 in. Come on, come with slack.
I mean, so what you'll hear is that what you'll find out from checking around. I guess we should have checked because you're wandering around trying to find stuff. I guess I should go back to the thing.
Oh, I have information gathering, I think. So could I do that to see if I learn more? I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
I was about to use the wrong command in the Roll20. Yes, I think that's just a success.
What's your thing?
Information gathering int plus question mark because it has stuff, so that'd be 15 plus whatever modifiers, which I think generally includes reaction.
Mhm.
Potentially, negative. For
Yeah.
not
So, in terms of the the city or the town rather, sorry, does not have sewers, but there are rumored to be old tunnels underneath this, dug in. In fact, I think someone will say that yes, that they'd heard that there was one underneath the Grey Cat. In fact, access to the tunnels from the Grey Cat.
Should ask about that, man.
And Bede, do you want to roll a d10 for walking around town? Then, given that you are information gathering and finding out whether or not there are sewers, Wilsp goes out with a gigantic Allen key to try to find a sewer to get into, and everyone's like, "What? Why have you got one of those? You're in a frontier village." Yep, great. But yep, no,
These hillbillies to the hex now.
yep. So yes, you going? So Alex, what are you doing?
Yeah, I guess Black Cat or whatever the place was called. Go talk to Bruno.
Yes. What? And what are you asking him? What are you saying to him?
Do you know anything about any, tunnels underneath this town? Supposedly, rumor has it.
Can we inspect your
We hear you
basement?
have tunnels under the town.
And if you don't know, would you do us a favour and let us have a poke around the cellar, the beer cellar?
Yeah, I mean, Bruno will want to know why you're asking. He says, "What a weird question. Why are you asking about tunnels underneath the towns?"
We're searching for giant rat people.
Yeah, we heard rumors about
That don't
rats,
exist.
and
Yeah, he looks
Yeah,
at
we
you and
want-
says, "There are no rat men under the Empire."
Yeah, we're sure of that. It's just like a metaphor, but we want to check anyway.
Yeah, rat men are a metaphor for oppression of the working class, of course.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. Rat men have wives and children and don't want to go to war. I understand. Yeah. So, yeah, great. I mean, he'll say that there are some tunnels underneath the town. You can get into. There are a couple of. There is an entrance in the back room here. He'll say, do you think you can handle rat men? That sounds dangerous. Rats who are men who are rats.
Well, given there aren't any down there, it should be fine.
Now I don't know if we can. Now that
it
you've said
can't
that.
be worse than 200 goblins. So
Yeah.
But don't underestimate rodents of unusual sizes.
Rows.
I don't believe they exist.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yes, as in he knows you, trusts you. He'll take you there, I guess. That would be he's fine with that. Yep, great. Okay. So yeah, it's in the back room. He says that he knows in terms of, he says obviously this is he doesn't know exactly why you've what you're going to find or whatever he does, but in terms of the main passage goes there's what goes north, going to the Long Wharf, and south underneath the Anything Shop and the livery stable. That's the main passage.
The anything shop.
Yeah, you
They sell anything.
yeah. They sell less stuff now.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, that shop.
The tunnel that leads under the anything shop.
The almost anything shop.
Yeah. I think Wilsp is currently just thinking about the fact that he was made by a barmaid poisoning people when there's a tunnel underneath the Anything Shop.
So do you think if there's an anything shop and there are tunnels underneath it, then someone asks for anything and then they have a special tunnel route going anywhere basically to go and take the thing and bring it into the shop?
Yep.
Maybe they're in cahoots with the Ratmen all along, and we did a good thing by robbing them.
Well, we'll
If we
find
had
out
robbed
soon,
them, which
maybe.
we did.
Yeah. Great.
Does anyone have a comedically large mousetrap? With
If you give me a day or two.
a giant wheel of five entities as the bait.
Actually, Wilsp probably does have proficiencies required to make one. It'll probably take a few days, but yeah, bear trap would just make sense.
But where the metal bit's just like a gigantic iron bar, it's that oversized.
I think as a chaotic good character and also a gnome, the kind of oversized mousetrap I'd make would hold a chair and just smash a chair over your head or something.
No, I had it when it was going just when it was a chair. That it's like a kind of it's a death wheel thing where you're sitting in it and riding it, and it's just it's got a spring that hits anything in its way as you drive it around.
What's the bait? Is it tea and scones or something?
That's for British people, not rats.
Right.
So yeah, okay, yep. Bruno will take you to the thing. Any further preparations? He'll show you where you can go. If you're looking for Ratman, he trusts you that you're looking for Ratman. He knows you, so.
Yeah, definitely not trying to rob you. We never do that.
Does he want to come with us? I'm not sure if there's a bounty for these rats. But...
I think it's 20 gold ahead,
I
but
thought the whole
obviously,
point was
yeah, they might have their own treasure as well. He'll take a full share. Come with you.
Want him with us? You can't hurt to have him, right?
Well,
right now we
get
care
full
more
share.
about XP
Yeah,
than
Yeah.
than
Sure.
Cool. Any other preparation?
Oh yes, this wand. I don't think I'm the best person to use it since I'm fairly good at stabbing things. I don't know who can use wands. I assume it's just wizards. So
Vil?
Yeah, I'll take it because I probably will be standing back anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember
I
if you said
will-
how many charges there were, but
Do we have any guard dogs or anything with us, or the monkeys or anything?
My dog died, unfortunately, and they don't have any for sale in
Thursday.
this place.
asset
Um,
4 at the moment.
I don't think I have one with this character.
So our party is who's in our party? What's our front rank?
Me.
You.
Bruno, Xeethra, Thumb, and Sam are fighters.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Well,
and we
Clerics
have
would be-
light. We have a light source. Somebody's brought a lantern with them.
Jamie, do you want to take Xeethra or Morthilla?
All right, good question.
What does a lantern cost? I'll buy one.
I'll take Xeethra.
I have a lantern. If you just want to buy, I have 2 flasks of oil. If you want to buy, that lasts quite a while. But if you want to buy a couple flasks, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I could do that. I think we are very short on gold at the moment. I don't think we have any party gold at the moment.
I've got like 12 gold or something.
Yeah. So
I think 2 flasks sold.
hopefully we'll come back profitable.
That lasts
otherwise
like-
we're-
Hours, right?
I need to dock you for your next week in the Grey Cat or whatever, don't I? So
yeah. I think we're probably over the grey cat a little bit. But, I will find a couple.
Will they accept
Lamp
all
oil.
their
It's not
amulets
a
as paid?
I have 1,000 amulets.
Oh,
Amulet
you know,
inflation.
but those amulets are probably worth some XP.
Probably
right?
working as a doctor would probably be the most useful thing.
I mean, if they're amulets
they
of
were
illusion,
worth it, yeah.
surely they can make themselves look like more expensive amulets.
Yeah, amulets
That
protect
illusion
illusion.
protection, yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
what is-
They're like sense illusion or something.
Okay. We could sell it as like it's how you tell if your spouse is cheating on you. Take one of these amulets.
Lamp oil is 6 copper a flask, so I'll buy 10 flasks.
And does someone have a lantern?
Yes.
I don't mind carrying it.
Okay.
Bill has a lantern.
Okay. So okay. What's your march order then?
I'll go at the front.
I-
I saw that.
Do we know how?
Okay.
Can we walk 2 abreast?
Yeah. Well, you'd assume you can in the main passage.
Yeah.
You can. So Bruno and Xeethra at the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, Sam, Thumb, or are they at the back?
Yeah,
What-
Sam
I'll
can go.
go. I can take up the rear.
Yeah, I'll go next. So.
Wilsp is happy to go second rank, so we can have good fighting people at the back and protect the squishies.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Hmm.
And then I'll put Jones and Vil.
In the so that'd be what it looked like to me.
Sure.
Yeah. I was going to say I don't think anyone has yet explained to Jackson what's happened. So
we'll
Just
tell
right
them
now,
about
have some
that.
heat.
yeah, there's some conversation to have there in the future.
Best to keep him in the dark, plausible deniability.
What he doesn't know
Until we figure out
can
a
hurt
good
him.
excuse.
He knows something's happened, and we've done it on his ship, so he's a little bit annoyed.
Mhm.
So we do at least owe him an apology, if not an explanation. It's not that the drugging was bad, it's the doing it without telling him.
We were hired by the Mages Guild as deniable assets.
Yeah.
Broadly true.
hmm Look, this was a job for the government of the Rock of Braal.
Okay, that's not
we're trying to teach these local people how to grow bananas.
What?
Look up the CIA. You just look
yeah.
up everything the CIA's ever done.
Yeah, okay.
There
fine,
was
we'll
no
do that.
command not to overthrow, so we assumed that was the operation.
I assumed you wanted us to overthrow the government.
Yeah. That was the
It's like
default.
overthrowing government.
Yeah. I was going to say, we're in space. You're the ISB DSTAB branch. Right. Not the CIA. You're DSTAB. That was a fun thing in Andor. The kind of getting the ISB involved. Like, I'm not sure that's the first time on screen, but I think it must be about the first time on screen. If anyone watched Andor, I don't know.
No.
I did.
Yeah, Andor was good.
It's very good, Simon. Simon, genuinely worth watching.
I'm sure it is. I just don't watch TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much
I usually have
pretty much me these days.
on, like,
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
recently.
So, Simon's mum banned him from TV 20 years ago, and he's never broke.
Never gone back.
Yeah.
I mean to watch Shogun at some point, but I'll probably never get around to it.
I think I watched the first episode and was like, "This is depressing." That was more or less my view about it.
But fair enough.
Yeah, they throw too many guns.
Yeah. Show enough. Done. Great. Okay. So yes, north or south?
South.
Yep, south.
Yeah. So, yep. South goes via the anything shop. You can see. Can I get my measuring tool? Where's it? Is that the measure? There we go. Line. Yeah. Okay. So that, for instance, it goes there underneath the anything shop.
Cool.
And then I think 9 is the livery stable without checking. So basically, that's your route south. Yeah. Roll. Let's have Tom roll a d6. You wandering around. It's kind of well formed passage. Bruno says it's not really used. Like, sometimes used as a bit of a hideout or something. But yeah. But yeah, Tom, if you roll a d6.
Oh, I rolled an impossible dice. Sorry, 1 second.
A 1d5. Yeah.
I was like, why didn't the animation appear? Not possible.
Yeah. Can be every time he rolls a 1, Tom's like, oh no, that wasn't actually a real.
Hey, that was a
result,
pretend
sorry.
dice. That was an imaginary dice, kind of that. Yeah,
I rolled
3.
a -6-sided die.
Yeah. Yeah, great. So, you will walk your way. You'll come underneath 2 trapdoors barred on the underside. Kind of well set into. You can see as you come underneath these, you're walking in kind of sub-cellars or something. You can see that there's a mixture of woodwork and natural bedrock around the trapdoors. So you pass one, then you pass the other.
What kind of metal are they made out of?
They're not metal; they're wooden trapdoors.
Wood trapdoors. Okay.
So yeah, coming down this way. But yes, you otherwise do not spot anything.
Right, should we break them open then?
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
And we've got a crowbar.
The trapdoors in the ceiling, to be clear.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, so they're into the shop.
They're barred on your side.
Yeah. So if you wanted to rob the shop above, this would be a really good way to do it.
Alex.
Yeah, I'm.
take it one crime at a time, guys.
I'll make a note of that for later.
Yeah, Jones is like.
no
"Don't
point
worry."
now. We've already robbed them.
So we can rob them again.
Like a Sharpie written like block capitals. Steal from this place later.
What are we going to rob
he
from
said,
them?
it's in the language of the Thieves Guild. It's Thieves Cant.
Just wait until they make more money, and then you can go back and do your worst
Which is
again.
not
Of
for
course.
thieves can't
We
buy.
are
Thieves
having
can't.
this conversation in character, but entirely by like facial expressions because Bruno's snapping my head.
It's all told through your eyebrows.
Yeah. Okay. So are you breaking into the anything shop or the livery stable or not?
No,
No, okay.
just keep going. Get out of
Looking
here
for rat
before I
race.
cry.
No, so I was going to say the southern branch dead ends.
Okay,
No
we will
rat.
go north.
So you head back north.
Yeah.
After checking the southern branch for secret doors.
Yeah. Oh, yep. If the elves, if not the elves, if everyone wants to spend some time checking secret doors, they can. And Simon, you roll a d6 as well for the encounter, so separate your
D6
rolls.
for 1, and is it D100 or is it a D6 for Secret Doors in this edition?
D6.
D6, yeah, 5. So we do have an encounter, we don't find a secret door.
Yep.
Is it a rat?
You find a portal into the elemental plane of air. The
4.
I haven't found anything.
yeah, I don't find anything. Don't look here.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Simon, do you want to roll your side surprise, D10?
10.
So, did anyone else roll for secret doors other than Xeethra? Got a 2 on a D. Got a 10%. Sorry, got what's it called? You got 10 on D20. So yeah, you got a 3 on a D6. So you do not find any concealed doors. You wouldn't know if you found secret doors. You do not find any. Okay. Yes. You gain surprise. I believe. I don't think there's any modifiers for them. Yeah. You surprise a group. Like probably when you are digging around, you actually do find a little burrow which has a number of giant rats in it. It has 10 giant rats.
Oh
no!
Rat men?
No, just they look like rats.
We found what we were looking for.
They're just oversized rats, that's all.
Rats of unusual size.
And it's quite a lot of them.
Shaped rat men.
Yeah, they are humans, I promise, but they're shaped like rats. What are you going to do?
Like,
you have a surprise round.
It's like the spider baby from Father Ted.
Bill, put them to sleep, please.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Sleep.
Throw a grenade in.
Do you have a grenade?
Do actually, but I don't really want to spend it on rats. I think it's a waste.
Anyway,
I was going to say, yeah, you have some good fire, but yeah.
I was hoping I had a grenade, but no. Wait, does somebody else also have sleep?
Yeah, I have Sleep.
Go ahead and use it.
Yeah. Let me cast the spell.
There are 10 of them.
Oh, please. There are 10.
But if we put some to sleep and then the rest charge us and we slaughter them.
Yeah.
That's much easier than having to fight off 10 of them.
Roll your 2d4 of hit dice.
Yes. That is a meager 3.
So that puts 6 of them to sleep.
Nice.
Okay. Out of surprise. That's out of surprise. So declare actions.
Hambat's gonna batter them.
Blowpipe.
I was going to say I would say you're looking. You can probably have people attacking close combat or cast spells. Obviously, blowpipe may not be practical due to people being in combat, but probably 2 of you can attack in close combat. Either side of the hole, stabbing in. So Sam is going in.
He's going to play whack-a-rat with his clubs.
Do you want Thumb to go in?
Yeah, Thumb may as well fight the rat.
I'll stay back for now because I can't have had my armor on if I went and cast that. So
yeah. I think I did have. I'm mulling that one because of. It looks like Gary's intention probably is that you can wear magic, can wear armor while casting magic, and it's. Okay. But I at the same time, I kind of like the idea of the, you get these 2 strong things, but you want Elven Mail Chain to complete it.
Is that a 2nd edition thing then, in terms of?
Well, I think it starts to come out in like 1st edition Dragon and places like that. But I think 2nd edition is explicit about it. I think 1st edition kind of hints at. He's basically like there's a whole thing where it's a classic Garyism where he says, he implies that normally you could wear spells because in this one case you cannot cast spells while doing this. So it sounds like it's an exception.
Okay. Because I
need to check into it. So yeah. Well, assume Xeethra's not wearing it because Xeethra has not checked the errata document yet for the campaign.
Yeah, I'm just assuming from what I think it says explicitly in second edition that you can't do it while wearing.
Yes,
armor.
it does, but in first it implies at one point because it says like, in this case, wizards cannot cast. It's literally saying in this case, magic users cannot cast magic while wearing the, whatever.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I got initially confused because I originally just knew the rules of first edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like first edition elf who actually switches between magic user and fighter. So technically, you also can't cast spells while wearing armor, but in a sort of a different way.
Yeah. Oh, the AD&D one. Yeah.
Yeah, the original.
Where you have to just be one or the other. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So Sam. Okay. There's no other spells, I assume. So. Alex, roll initiative. I got a 4. I have 4 waking rats, 6 sleepy rats.
D10, right? Yeah.
What?
Nice.
Sam, what is your rhythm sticks? What initiative are they?
They are speed 4. I have 2 of them.
You got 2, so that'll be 4 and 8 then. In that case, the rats are going. I think they are tiny. So what is their initiative modifier on there? I should actually. This is relevant to initiative modifier to memorize. Because they are tiny, which means they might have a very low. So they're going to go at 0. So. They will go before you. Xeethra, Thumb. What speed is your attack? 5, is it?
Good question. It is. Yeah, 5. Scimitar.
Okay. Scimitar. Okay, so I guess I'll have 2 attacks, Sam. Bite. Nibble. Nib. That's going to be like AC 8, which I assume misses, Sam.
That misses, yeah.
And 2 against Thumbo. AC 8, AC 6.
He is AC 5.
Yeah, Thaco 20.
4, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys suck, don't they? I could still take Thumb out reasonably easy, but obviously you also what is Thumb? Not Thumb, sorry, Sam. What's Thumb's HP now?
HP's 14.
He's pretty beefy.
He's pretty beefy.
If you ever meet those harpies again, and you remember to stuff stuff in your ears.
Yeah, but I won't remember to do that.
Well, to be fair, you just saved because you're an elf. You just magic resisted it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, Sam, make your first attack. Then Thumb, make his attack. Then Sam, make his second attack.
It hits.
It misses. Tom, do you want to make your second attack as well? Give you another chance for redemption. Great. Yeah, that will. You could. Yeah. Sounds like I wasn't here last session. I'm just getting used to fighting again.
He's got +1 damage adjustment because he's got strength 16.
These guys are half an HD.
Yeah, so it should be
4 kills them.
Yeah, 1 should be dead.
Yeah. Chop. Remember that for XP.
I've got peanuts XP.
I assume you're doing the same.
Yep.
Okay. And R10. Tom, roll initiative. D10.
It's like playing a 1990s video game.
Yep.
Okay. Tom, your first attack is at the same time as their attacks. There are 3 of them. So. Nibble. That is probably going to miss.
Probably going to miss. Yeah.
They don't have very good AC. They don't have amazing AC, but I assume your Thaco isn't that good.
Yeah, my Thaco is just 20, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a level 1
that case,
cleric.
2 of them attack Thumb. Level 1 ranger.
I think I'm okay.
And that's gonna be AC 10 versus Sam. So in that case, Thumb, make another attack. Sam, make your attack.
I've hit nothing.
Fumble. Oh.
I drop the sword.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're making a surprising meal of this for 2 fighters. Oh, is it your favourable round? Are you specialised in scimitar?
I am specialised in scimitar, so I can.
In that case, you would attack again this round, won't you?
12. Maybe hits a rat because I'm a level 2 fighter.
You'll be Thaco 19, so that's 18.
Yeah, I'm
that will hit them. Yeah. So, yeah. Are you +1 for strength already?
Yeah. So I've got a strength of 16. That's basically the. So it's not a hit modifier. It's just a
strength. In that case, you hit AC 7, which hits.
3, which is probably going to kill one.
It's 3 out of 4 times it will.
Yeah.
AC 6 would hit because +1 from specialised and +1 from level 2.
+1 from.
But specialised is +1 to hit and +2.
Oh yes, you're specialised. Yes, you are. Yeah.
No.
You're right. No, you're quite right. Yep. Okay, so yes, you do not kill another rat. It lives. It lives. Simon, roll initiative. Oh, do you know what we haven't done? We've still got like some cheery country village music. Let's get this. This feels like a very. This feels like an abuse of the battle.
Yeah.
This feels like an abuse of the battle music, but we're going to do it because we haven't had a battle for 2 sessions because of the farce of last time.
And rats are a classic.
Just utter incompetence on my part. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Yeah. The rats have got tiny trumpets.
Do we go first on this next round?
Have we rolled initiative?
I rolled a 2.
You rolled it. Oh, I didn't see that. I was like, how?
Yeah.
No, so they go at 4, so they're going to go first because they're tiny.
How many left?
But the gap is
3, 2.5.
Okay.
The gap is enough for 2 of you to stab into or smash into, basically.
Okay,
but 17 and 18. Okay, I hit AC 3 and AC. I'm gonna. Yeah, I hit you.
You got some hits. Yeah.
These are 2d3, by the way. I'm not going to do it manually.
Yeah.
That's 2 damage. Pathetic. Let's see if I can. Okay, and I missed Sam. Sam, you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Sam finally gets his eye in.
I have missed.
Yep. So Sam, which one were you targeting?
I guess whichever one tried to bite me.
I don't know which one tried to bite you. Find out. Yep. So you kill it because it can only have 4 hit points. And Sam, you can go again. There is you turn around to hit the ones fighting Tom. So Tom Thumb, that is to say, not
Oh,
Tom
that's
Thumb,
better.
not you. Yeah. You had to tune up, and he's using it like a rolling pin. He's using it like a rolling pin, just like squashing these rats.
I want it known that Sam does feel a little bit bad for this, him being affinity of the animals and all that, but they did try to bite him. So
Yeah, I feel a little bad, but not very bad. Yep. Okay. Jones, do you want to roll initiative? Andrew, I guess an 8.
I get 4.
Okay. In that case, they will go first, and they will flee. So, I guess Sam and Thumb can each get a free attack on the one survivor. It's only one of them that's actually awake, isn't it?
AC, I imagine that's going to be a hit because I'm at plus.
You're at plus
1 to the attack. This one, yeah. So that's 11. So
wing and miss.
AC.
Yeah. Is it? Do you not get a bonus when they're fleeing?
I don't know.
You're plus 2.
Yeah.
The conclusion you're plus 2. But I think the retreating combat section, which is the relevant point. Okay. Fleeing, free attack at the rear. I feel like I probably won't. I don't know. I probably won't give you a rear attack bonus there because it's a tiny creature, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
One side's much like another.
Yeah, exactly. Like as in, you're just you've been hitting from above anyway.
Yeah, been hitting
Yeah,
down.
I think so. It's like a foot-long rat or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Technically a 2-foot-long rat, but it's not super fat or anything. It's just like it's like a little squirrel. So yeah, that will bolt out underneath your feet. There are 6 sleeping ones left in the hole.
Where does it run to? Just back up a corridor, or?
It will run up the corridor towards the north.
If as soon as it's like a little bit past my friends, I'll just let off a crossbow shot at it so that I don't end up hitting them. Just see if I can hit it.
Okay.
This character can use weapons, except I'm not proficient with a crossbow. So
roll initiative.
-5.
Get a d20. Is that? So yeah, Vil, roll initiative. Yeah.
I'll match you.
So yes, you are able to move with me, and you don't lose rate of fire with crossbows. So feel free to fire your crossbow as you pursue it north. It's so small that I think essentially if you'd lost initiative there, it was going to be out of sight. But yeah, your half-elf Conjurer runs off saying, "I can shoot it! I can shoot it!"
Oh yeah!
Oh
natural
my
20.
god, and he can.
You hit 85, which does hit, but multiple point, a natural 20 always hits.
Okay. It's just a
so yeah,
D4. It's a light crossbow, so
you could kill it.
that's
But like crossbow only D4 damage.
yes.
Nice.
I just like swing the crossbow up and take a quick snapshot and just a lucky
It's
shot.
the coolest moment ever. He then goes to retrieve the corpse and falls over his shoelaces.
I slip in all the blood. And
We
Yeah.
execute the other rats.
hit my head on the floor and die.
Yeah, you just start clubbing the other ones. It's like it feels like Sam has vivid flashbacks to when he became a ranger due to the fact that he saw people drowning kittens or whatever.
These rats
Like
started
that moment over the border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just knows when the fight needs to end. He executes the prisoners as well.
Yeah. I mean the rats, not prisoners. I've never executed prisoners.
No, the
court of inquiry
goblins.
never-
He executed the goblins.
Yeah. Yes, you did. That did happen actually. Yeah. Okay, so what are you doing now?
Picking up the corpses and carrying them off.
The corpse.
Wasn't the bounty for rat men? Or was it just for large rats?
Well, you know.
Yeah, I thought we were being paid for rat men. These are rats.
Yeah, they're just
Well, I think they're close enough.
Coming good luck with that one.
Tom's argument as he drops off these 10 giant rats is close enough. And
They're rats. What else do you expect? You know, you asked us to kill rats, killed rats.
We
They're
just said
male.
that we caught them. We caught them in their rat form.
Yeah, we call them in the rat form. They're definitely male rats. And, you know, you talked about rat men.
What
Some
do you
of
mean
them
they're
are male, right?
definitely male rats?
I'm just assuming that they can't, you know, determine the sex of a rat. And
What if Dr. Jones stitched several of these together into the form of a larger rat man?
Artificial
I'm a
rat
doctor,
king.
not a seamstress.
they're each 2 feet
Damn it,
long,
Jim.
so you could make a 20-foot long rat, or
Yeah.
you could divide that up into a subset of rat shapes.
Yeah, 5
Oh,
each.
rat man,
We could have like
Common men.
Yeah, commonly.
Cube rats.
I mean, I guess we could just
They
keep heading
just go-
north and see if we encounter something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the more sane approach.
Okay.
Everyone Bruno, overhearing this conversation, he seems surprisingly inured to it by now, having been in this conversation several times, including the conversation just this very day where he said, "We would never rob the anything shop," 2 days after the anything shop was robbed.
I'll admit, if you call it the anything shop, you're opening up to a lot of robbers as well as a lot of customers. So I think they deserve it.
Yeah, if you promise anything, people are going to think that includes being allowed to be robbed, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Free stuff must be included.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't free stuff included in the set anything?
Yeah.
Mathematicians can get a conversation on that.
All sets.
Yeah, in the set of all sets, yeah. Is
The anything
anything the
shop
set of all sets?
includes, yeah.
Is anything the set of all sets though, or is surely that's everything?
The question is, does the anything shop include the anything shop?
Well,
Yeah,
Is the anything shop down to the
that's what we
anything shop?
study in my logic modules at.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been so many years since set theory for me.
Jamie's lecture on the existential versus the universal quantifiers and how they function.
I
Yeah.
mean, some of us learned how to actually do stuff, so I don't know.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, Andrew finally admitting to running a meth lab out of his house.
I admit to
hey,
nothing.
at least it's production.
Yeah. Andrew talking about like at one point raising amphibians was like, I sometimes get big bags of like salts and stuff, which does occasionally raise inquiries about what I'm having delivered to my house. Which are like, yeah, that's a very suspicious thing to say.
It's not that he has it delivered; it's that he sells it.
It's not
We
Yeah,
do
I
meth.
know.
use high-profile
not
skills
meth.
here, Jamie, like raising amphibians.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
literally searching the train station once because I'd been hanging around waiting for someone I was selling a salamander to. And they just saw me holding the shoebox just for half an hour waiting in the train station entrance.
And they're
Is
like, what do you have in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? And he opened it up and it was Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Sorry for spoiling that 25-year-old film. 27-year-old, I think.
Isn't that that thing where you have like
What movie you spoiled?
outside of your sleeve and you put your hand like through the box? And then you
It's got his hand. Yeah, you open the box and it's just your hand waving at them. The magic trick.
it wasn't a bomb.
Yeah.
That's after like the entire bomb disposal team's like surrounding you. They go,
They've actually started like putting like, you know, the small detonators they use to like destroy certain kinds of other explosive, so they can isolate the set. Yeah, they've attached those to Andrew at this point.
And his poor
was
salamander.
Okay. Yeah,
They
you
cut
head
off
north.
fingers with wire cutters.
Yeah, I was going to say I know the salamander. Don't worry, the salamander was one of the Space Marines.
That's hard to fit into the box, Owen.
Yeah, he knew no fear.
Yeah.
I did start a campaign of Battle for Armageddon with my son yesterday with Joe. Most of you have met him. No, most.
Yeah.
No, half of you have met him. Half of you have met him. But yeah. So I did get to invoke the no fear rule in second edition, where they have to like fail two break tests to break, essentially two consecutive break tests, because the first one shakes them and the second one breaks them, and then the shake. I think shaken can be removed during rally. Like you can remove it during rally. But yeah, yes, my Space Marines were shaken but not broken.
Is the campaign like one of those sets where you have like a set of like scenarios that you run through? Like
Yeah.
Warhammer?
So it's 4 in a row. It came in the second edition box. It's 3 from there with some campaign rules, very light ones, and then there's a 4th in White Dwarf. So we're going to run through that. I'll be making a battle report video. I've been making. The art is not the same, but using Battle Chronicler, I've been making classic White Dwarf style battle report images. So that will be up this week, hopefully, or like this weekend, early next week. In the next week is what I mean.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, that was fun. Certainly happy. Hey, Andrew, we talked about this. Add it to our list. Andrew and I are amongst people starting a Blood Bowl League. Alex has looked into it too. So.
Yes, I'm halfway through basing my goblins at the moment.
He's basing them with the mess that he couldn't sell to people after the police started suspecting him.
All in real life or simulating it with miniatures?
Yeah.
We'll leave that for the court to decide.
It's a bit
I was going to say, Andrew has younger siblings. You know, they're a bit like goblins and snotlings.
Yeah, with enough super glue, that'd be sort of affixed to a 32mm base.
Yeah, younger siblings are orcs, older siblings are younger siblings are goblins, older siblings are orcs. That's what I can tell you as a child.
Yeah. Jamie's experience of being a child. I was the youngest of 5, but by 6 years, so I didn't really have that kind of. I didn't have sibling rivalries in that way.
You just had like 7 parents or 6 parents.
Isn't this just a conversation we had beforehand about certain things? Yeah, great. So yes, you head north, and I've already checked. One of the elves. Let's determine which of the elves, because there are 2 elves. Is Xeethra determines there is a concealed door as you're getting to the point where you can see. In fact, you'll spot 2 concealed doors. One is ahead and is at the top of the tunnel, and Bruno will say that's to the long wharf. The other is in the wall of the passage.
Cool. I will tell them that.
Mm-hmm. Bruno will say he doesn't know where that is.
Okay.
Given that he knows roughly about the tunnel, just to sum that up now, he does not know what this thing is.
I suggest we get ready for the one at the wall of the passage first, because that's most likely to be somewhere that people use to ambush people on the other side. So maybe just people get their weapons out while 2 or 3 of us put our ears up to the door.
Yeah. Great. That's probably a good place to finish, isn't it? As well, for next session, with you about to go into the other room in the tunnel that you found.
I didn't realize what that did.
Yeah, I was going to say, time flies when you're having fun and quoting Shakespeare. That's what I was always taught.
Well, I'm not sure time flies with the Shakespeare quotes, but other than Shakespeare.
Yeah, everything apart from those Shakespeare quotes was amazing.
If you really like Shakespeare.
I was going to say,
I went to state school, so...
Yeah, you say this is someone who likes McCarthy writing. McCarthy is the most Shakespearean writer of the modern era.
Yeah,
in terms of its style. I mean, as in he is very consciously writes prose poetry. I need to read some of these. Yeah.
But there are different styles of fancy prose. I still think that I don't know, Shakespeare's style of it feels very different.
It feels very different, sure, because the imagery is very different. But I think the sort of sometimes making up words, playing a lot with how the language and is laid out and things like that. I think Owen's right. I think he's consciously doing that. Whether it's actually comes across exactly the same. Maybe
of course. It's in one sense, it's nothing like Shakespeare. Partly because at his most poetic, Shakespeare was writing iambic pentameter, and McCarthy isn't. But the flip side is that in terms of effect, in terms of McCarthy's very much in the English poetic tradition, like English language poetic tradition.
I suppose it isn't prose poetry in the case of Shakespeare, then technically. Yeah.
No, as in Shakespeare's poetry. His prose is put in, is usually more comic. Hence the stuff I was reading, which is just how slating our stuff. Obviously just him.
The thing about Goethe's Faust Part 1 actually is the entire thing is in verse, apart from just one particular scene, which isn't really even that dramatic a scene. That one scene just happens to be in prose. Yeah. I didn't finish Part 2, but yeah.
Cool. Okay, we'll be back. I think 2 weeks we agreed, didn't we? I think 24. It's 2 weeks of our next session. So we will go into this side area. We'll open this concealed door next time, I suppose.